In this video, we're going to be getting an update on one of the newest, brightest, and possibly another exciting project within the Cosmos ecosystem. If you decide that you want to preserve your privacy and make sure all the data that goes in and out of your computer is encrypted, then check out NordVPN. My affiliate link will give you something like a 2/3 discount on some of their packages.
TokenMetrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams.
Hey Dan, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Of course, Rich. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, and we've been on quite a bit, and you are one of the co-founders of Say Network, and I'll come to you in a second. You can talk about that and get an update on what's happening with that project. But for everybody who's watching, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, join my official Telegram announcements channel. And if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to Odyssey, because you get extra bonus videos on Odyssey that I don't get to post on YouTube because of YouTube censorship. Now, we did an interview, Dan, a few weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, about Say Network. Say, you are one of the co-founders. Do you want to give us a quick overview of Say?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Rich. I think last it was myself and Kevin that were on.
Yes.
So Say is a layer 1 blockchain built, like you said, with Cosmos, the Cosmos tech stack. So Cosmos SDK and Tendermint consensus. But it's a layer 1 blockchain optimized for giving DeFi founders an unfair advantage. So for trading and for DEXs, it's purposely built for those applications.
Right. And what I remember about it is it's super duper, unbelievably, ridiculously fast.
That's right. We're block times in this on Say are around 500 to 600 milliseconds. So half a second per block, and funds are settled in one block. So you're able to get order execution, a lot more matching centralized exchanges.
Yeah. So it's much, much quicker, like a regular legacy exchange, non-crypto exchange. And because all the transactions in one block are all dealt with at the same time, you don't get front running, like people taking advantage. Is that right?
Yeah, we have different functions that we're doing for MEV, for maximum extractable value. And we can get into kind of how we've optimized for minimizing front running.
Right. Okay. Now, when is the project launching?
So we're on incentivized testnet right now. And we've had a lot of different missions on testnet, and we're continuing to stress test the chain. And right now on testnet, we're on a blockchain called Atlantic 1. And we're going to be launching Atlantic 2 later at the end of this month. And then we'll stress test Atlantic 2, and that's going to give us and the dev team even more insight as to how the chain performs with the smaller validator set and different parameters that they're setting in the new blockchain. And we're looking at Q1 to go live on mainnet.
Okay. Now, you said incentivized testnet. What do you mean incentivized testnet?
So I'm saying that out of all of the Say tokens that will ever exist, 1% are being allocated and guaranteed to the Sentinel testnet, this incentivized testnet that we're running right now. And we just had a NFT launch that went on the Say chain. We did a Dusk campaign and did a big mint with the Dusk NFTs, and then we did Dawn initially, and then we just did Dusk. And so there's been a lot of hype and excitement around that. There were 100,000 NFTs that were minted on Dawn, and then within less than 24 hours, 250,000 were minted of Dusk. And we're going to actually open that up and do another mint. And then there's lots of ways to interact and use protocols built on the testnet chain. So you can use the Axelar bridge. You can use the multi-chain bridge. You can use the Seller C bridge. You can use Vortex, the Perps protocol on Say. And there's a lot more protocols and things that are building and coming onto our testnet. So it's getting really fun to use and interact with the testnet.
Right. And by testnet, people aren't using like real crypto. They're using like pretend crypto, pretend digital money, unlike real digital money. Right?
They're Say tokens, but on our testnet, and they don't have any monetary value. But they're functioning and giving us all the right insights as to what this chain will operate like when it's live on mainnet.
Great. Okay. And I'll have all the links in the description below if people want to check it out and try it out and test it and then get incentives further down the line. Okay. So what do you want to let us know, Dan? What's coming up? How's it going?
Yeah. So we're really excited about the progress we've made so far. So I think when we spoke, it was probably 3 months ago, and there, I don't know, maybe 15. That was back, I think, at the end of August, and now we're already in December. That's crazy. there were probably like 10 or 15 teams that had committed to building on Say. Now there's over 100. And we're really building kind of the infrastructure for a robust DeFi ecosystem. And I think, like, to be honest, Rich, like, Cosmos has lacked a really robust DeFi ecosystem. There's some really great players in Cosmos. You know, you have Injective, you have Osmosis, you have Umi, you have a few different players that are doing some of the different aspects of DeFi protocols on leveraging the Cosmos tech stack. But we haven't seen like DeFi flourish on Cosmos. And we believe that the tech stack that Cosmos offers gives us the advantage and the opportunity for DeFi founders to really build interesting products. And so we're making a home for DeFi in Cosmos.
Okay. And this is because of Say's technology, that it's so fast. And also you said robust as well.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're building a chain for DeFi founders. So we have an order matching engine built into the chain. So you can have order matching naturally happen on your protocol. We also have an order book module built into the chain. So you can leverage this order book module if you're some type of exchange, decentralized exchange or a perps protocol that wants to use an order book. But we are also optimizing for performance. So we've built in market-based parallelization, which no other Cosmos-based chain has, which gives us far greater throughput. And we're seeing that you can do 22,000 orders per second on the Say chain in our development testnet.
That's extraordinary. Okay, Nick, market-based parallelization. What's that?
Yeah, so market-based parallelization is that you're able to execute different orders from different markers, from different markets at the same time. Right. So say, Rich, on a DEX, you are able to trade BTC versus Atom, and I'm trading Atom versus USDC. But we have both of our orders that are being committed to the chain at the same time. Because these are separate markets, we're able to execute them in parallel, and which is optimizing for the ability to execute orders in within a single block. So you're able to execute greater orders within a parallel time frame in succession. So okay. With that, we're able to scale horizontally the amount of orders that are being able to be processed simultaneously.
Right. And how does that compare with other DeFi players within the Cosmos ecosystem? Do you know? Yeah.
So there are different types of like parallelization functions, but we're the only one that's so far is bringing market-based parallelization to the chain to help with performance. So right now there isn't another Cosmos-based layer 1 app chain that is able to process orders of two different markets in parallel with one another. So this is we've been working. Our engineering team's working a lot on consensus and how to optimize consensus to be able to get the greatest throughput. And we've worked closely with some of the greater builders in the Cosmos on some of their thought leadership on how to execute this, including Zaki Mannion and Marco from the ICF and the team at Notional and some of the top validators that are thinking about a lot of these things at the consensus layer.
Wow. Okay. No, that's extraordinary. And then you said there's 100 applications, 100 projects about 100 projects looking to build. And what sort of stuff are they looking to build?
Yeah, so it comes across the gamut, Rich. It's things like infrastructure, like wallets. Right now we have, I think, 5 or 6 wallets that committed to leveraging or building Say, and most of those are live and integrated. Coin98, Leap Wallet, Kepler Wallet, Cosmos Station, Frontier Wallet, XDeFi is coming. So we have many wallets. Then we have bridges like multi-chain, like XLAR, like Seller. Gravity Bridge is coming. So bridges, a lot of the infrastructure, but then a gamut of DeFi applications. So we have perps protocols, we have AMMs, we have borrow lending protocol, we have synthetic assets, we have real world assets going on chain that are leveraging decentralized exchanges. There's vaults. So kind of the gamut of DeFi applications as well are looking at Say as a really good base to build or have an instance for some of their applications. And some of the applications coming to Say are already live on Polygon or are already live on Near, but really want to get access to the Cosmos and see that within Cosmos, Say is the right L1 for them to build on.
Wow. Okay, that's quite extraordinary. And the sense that I get, Dan, and I may have said this to you before, it is, I suppose, what makes the Cosmos ecosystem, the IBC protocol, so remarkable, that there are all these different solar systems emerging You get all these. I remember you're the one that showed me map of zones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how
Beautiful
that
visualization.
beautiful, and it shows all the different projects and everything. And then you have Say Network as a hub itself with lots and lots of different applications connecting into Say Network.
Exactly. But then it's still IBC enabled, and Say is able to natively interact and interoperate with all of the other Cosmos-based L1s.
Yes.
So from the very early days, this is a really smart design decision and architecture that was building out the Cosmos. And, credit to Zaki and Jack Zampin was their early days. A lot of the early founders and kind of how they were thinking about the design architecture of Cosmos early on. Ethan Buckman, it's really impressive kind of seeing that vision come to fruition, 6-7 years later.
Very good, very good. Okay. Now, is there anything else you want to let us know? Anything else we haven't covered?
Well, yeah. So I know that your followers are a lot of exciting people that are like learning about crypto, getting their hands dirty, but are still kind of like figuring out what can I do? What's tangible for me? So there's a really cool website that we did not make at Say. It was exclusively community members that made it. And the website is saycommunity.info. And you should have that in the webpage or in the link to this page. But it's really cool. It's a community-built website that details a lot about Atlantis, which is our international growth program. And it's an opportunity for people to level up, gain experience in crypto, start kind of learning about the nuts and bolts of DeFi, what is unique about the Say chain, and then help kind of spread the message, help generate your own content, help kind of think about things and what makes sense to you, and then contribute and gain skill sets in crypto and actually level up and find careers in Web3. And in the Atlantis program, we're just about to cross 2,000 active members in Atlantis. And we've had several people now get full-time hired into full-time jobs in crypto through Atlantis. So it's really cool.
Wow.
And that's one way I highly recommend to get your hands dirty and interact.
Okay, so saycommunity.info, I'll have that link below. And this is also for people coming into the crypto space. So it'll go through like what is Bitcoin and how do you keep your crypto and all the way.
Yeah, so we're also working with Crew 3, which is a really cool community and education website. And so we're going to have missions and information on Crew 3 about how to complete quizzes and learn about the tech stack and kind of understand how it's unique. But then you can do that on Crew 3 across all different blockchains. And it's a really good educational tool and good foray into crypto. And then the saycommunity.info is really a whole detail about the Say ecosystem. What are the projects that are building there? What makes us unique? What's really kind of the unique content that's coming out? And how to get involved for yourself.
Right. Okay. Well, I should definitely link to that, and I'll have a look at that myself. And now, I have to ask you this because I'm interested in getting Say myself. So one of the ways that projects within the Cosmos ecosystem grow is through airdrops. So what are the plans there? What can you let us know? What can you tease us with?
Yeah. So one of the ways to get tokens is to get involved in our testnet, start earning tokens that way. And then another way is that if you're an Atom holder and staker, it's been announced that Atom token holders will be getting airdrop. If you're Solana, that's also been acknowledged and teased, as well as Terra Classic. So there's more details coming out around the airdrop, but that's definitely going to be a part of gaining the initial traction and getting users. But what we're thinking about at Say is not exclusively just having people that are already like cosmonauts and are trading in Cosmo and are excited about the tech and are using it to kind of come over to Say, but we want it to be seamless for anyone to be able to get in. And now that the barrier to entry to using Say and using Cosmos-based chains is really low, we want to bring and invite more people, coming from other ecosystems, from Near and from Polkadot and Solana and Aptos and Sui. We want to make it easy, and we're building bridges to these networks, and we're also making it easier for developers to come and execute on Say. And that's actually something that's happening with Nitro, which is a layer 2 blockchain that is built on top of Say, but it's leveraging the Solana virtual machine, the SVM, that execution environment, to natively deploy their contracts onto Say. So, Rich, if you're a Solana developer and you created Mango Markets, but you want to have Mango Markets settle to Say and be able to get access to the liquidity and the community of the Cosmos at large, then you can deploy on Nitro and deploy your same smart contracts. You don't have to rewrite them in Cosmos, and you can immediately start getting access to the Cosmos.
Wow. Okay. Very, very interesting, which will bring in loads and loads of different communities into the Say ecosystem. Okay. Anything else you want to let us know, Dan?
No, I mean, I'm just happy. I'm excited for people to get involved. I definitely think that get involved in Atlantis, or just make sure you go to our Discord, discord.gg/say, and you'll see there's just a ton happening. It's crazy. I can't even keep up. I think we crossed 200,000 members in the Discord now.
Oh my
it's
God.
absolutely insane, and it's people are really hyped for what we're building. I'm really excited about the teams that are coming, the ecosystem that's getting built, the tech that our engineering team is just so impressive at what they're building, that I'm getting every time like I get the opportunity to talk about Say in our community, I get stoked. So just jump in. We're here to help, here to exchange ideas. Make sure we're going to be minting soon the second half of the Dusk NFTs, so you can get your hands on one of those. And yeah, just jump in.
Great. Dan, listen, thank you so much. 200,000 in a Discord group for a project that hasn't yet launched. That's quite, on mainnet, that's quite something. And I think it bodes well for the interest in the project and where it could possibly go. Now, of course, none of this is investment advice, but take a look at Say. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the description below. Go check it out. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Dan signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.